Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined with your other host,
Karen.
And if you haven't seen these before, this is where we just pick a topic and try to talk about it for 6 minutes and 66 seconds. In our main podcast, we ramble on way too fucking much. So
Yeah.
this was a attempt to hone us in and make us better at talking. So
On topic. Talking on topic.
Talking on topic without rambling. As you can see, the intro is already rambly. So as this episode probably will be rambly.
Yes. Rambly and ranty.
And ranty. And why is that?
We're going to talk about the merch situation at the Detroit M72 tour for Metallica.
Yeah, so this should be fun. Let's just go ahead and start the timer and dive on into it. Okay, so we went to Metallica recently. We were going to have a show on that. We haven't posted that yet.
Yeah, it'll be in a few weeks. Did you say a few years?
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
In a few weeks.
In any case, with Metallica, my favorite band, the band that got me into metal, got me like to dive into it. Like, I fucking love Metallica. And the cool thing they do with a lot of their shows recently, in the last few years anyway, I don't know if they've always done this.
They've done it for a while, I think.
They have.
I've seen some older ones, yeah.
But is a unique poster per show, like a designed poster for this one show. You can only get it at this show. With the M72 tour, they started doing pop-up shops and having unique posters at those pop-up shops. So it's always when we go to see Metallica, I want to get the poster I've been to. I only want the ones I've been to. I don't want any of the other ones, even though they're cooler. Yeah. Sometimes I want the ones I've been to.
Yeah.
So.
And we do frame them. We've done some 666s on that. Yeah. And yeah. So we don't just have them to have them.
No, exactly.
We display them as well.
So we ended up getting all three, but it was a journey to say the least for all three.
Yes.
We started with the pop-up one.
Yeah.
You went and got that, right?
Yeah. So, to start, Thursday we got to Detroit. The store opened at 11. We got there 11:15ish to the store, and they were sold out already. So we're like, okay, cool, whatever. We'll go back the next day. This one wasn't that hard the next day because I ended up getting up at like 7. I got there about 8 or 8:30. I was 36 in line. We were told that they had 70. So in my mind, no big deal. I'll be able to get a poster. And sure enough, I waited from 8:30ish until 11.
So an hour and a half or so.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Yeah.
So not that bad. I had plenty of conversation with people online and stuff. It wasn't that bad of a thing. And went through the line, got my poster. Great, whatever. Went back to the hotel. It was fine. That one wasn't that hard to get. I mean, for anybody who came probably after 9 or 9:30, probably didn't get a poster though.
Yeah, and there were only 250 for the pop-up shop.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying that the show posters were going to be hard to get, but I thought they said the tour poster or the pop-up shop posters would be easier. So I assumed the pop-up shop was just going to be mass-produced, like not high quality, but like lower quality, sort of just here's a poster.
Yeah.
But no, it was a high quality screen print type
just
poster.
like all the other posters, yeah.
And 250. So like that was kind of cool. We got one. That night also was night 1. We went early to get in line and were able to get a poster at the venue.
Yes.
When the doors opened and we finally got through.
We talk about that experience during our main show. So when we post the main show for the Detroit tour, we do talk about that because it was a little nerve-wracking a little bit.
A little bit. They had one merch booth with 2 lines, one for VIP, one for non-VIP. And we went to the VIP first, and they had to tell us to go back to the regular one. We got in there, like, there were 5 or 6 people in front of us, not many. But we were able to get a poster. It was kind of nerve-wracking at that point.
The whole time we were in line, I was watching that stack, and I was just like...
The individual helping us was going very, very slow.
Yeah.
And the other line was going quicker.
Yeah. We didn't mention this during the episode, but she did, when we said poster, she did go grab the poster first.
Right away.
And then she went and got the shirts.
Because she's like, these are going quick. And because like we told her everything we wanted. Poster, large shirt, FX, or like of number Y or whatever number, right?
Yeah, whatever it was.
I just said a lot of variables in there, but yeah.
Yeah. We told her.
Large number 3.
Yeah.
And before we got done with large number 3, she was already gone to get the poster and back. because she's like, this is going quick. We got to get this.
Yeah. So I was very grateful that she did that.
Yeah. After that, it was a little bit less nerve-wracking. That was fine.
We got our poster. We're good.
So the other thing with Metallica and their posters, oftentimes outside of the venues, they have little venue shops as well, or not merch shops.
Yeah,
well.
it's like a trailer that they open up for a shop.
Or a booth or something. Yeah.
A lot of concerts do it, just not all of them open when the concert's not going on.
Yeah. So day one, apparently they had posters out there as well. It was next to where we went in for GA. We went through gate D. This was down here by gate C, but there's like a little trailer that had popped up. We've done the same thing with the 40th show. They had one as well. And Vegas also had one.
Yeah, Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. But Vegas was like an entire store.
And that was the day before too.
Yeah,
sometimes they're there the day before. I think that's where the whole pop-up shop came in. Is like, if we're not gonna do it the day before, we're only gonna do it the day of. Yeah. So in any case, Sunday, day two. Get up right away. I do. Shower, get changed, and I head over there about 10. I think I get in line about 10:30 or so.
Yeah, probably. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, but whatever.
Right around 10:30, somewhere in there. And talked to the guy in front of me. I was like, so what time's this open? It opened 2 yesterday and 2 on Friday. Cool. Do they have posters? They did Friday. They had the show posters out here on Friday. Awesome. How many? They had 50 or 70. I can't remember exactly how many, but it was right around that 50 to 70 mark on Friday. They had that. Awesome. So I start counting. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 38. I'm 38th in line. Okay. Count again.
It's funny because I counted on Friday too.
38 again. Okay, cool. Count again. Now, not only count the people standing, but count empty seats because people bring lawn chairs and we'll put those out. So count the people standing as well as just assume that empty lawn chair is somebody who's not there. And if somebody's not in the line but on the other side of the line, count that as a person too. Count again. 44. Okay, cool. I'm still in that range of good with 70. Cool, we're good. Stand there for 10:30 to 2. From 10:30 to 2. Awesome people in line all around. The line is not a rigid, solid line. It's a fluid motherfucking thing.
But you know where everybody's standing.
People are moving. They're cutting in front of you and then coming back. It's not that they're cutting. It's, holy shit, that's Jim. I'm going to go talk to Jim real quick. And it's somebody who just walked up after you've been standing there for 3 fucking hours, walking up 15 people in front of you to talk to Jim, that this person that they haven't seen in a while.
Okay, you're out of time. You have to stop.
No, we're going to keep going.
We knew this wasn't going to be 6 minutes. It's 6 seconds.
But just like, we're going to hang out. We're going to talk for a little bit.
It's the Metallica family. I mean, and that's how it was in San Francisco as well and in Vegas. In Vegas, you didn't go to the one in Vegas, but it was the same thing. I was 7th in line before the doors open. No big deal. I ended up being like 12th in line. Who cares? But it was that way. It was like everyone's just kind of moving, like people are handing out drinks and like just everything was happening.
Ran in, like the guy who got in right behind me was the president of the Tokyo Metallica fan club chapter. Yeah. And just talking to him a lot and like super awesome people. And he was people knew him. He was jumping all over the place.
When I walked up to the line, which was like 1:30ish or something, like, he was like way up here talking, like he wasn't even in the line really.
Yeah.
But you knew where he was positioned.
Right. So
and when he got back in line, when the line started moving, he got right behind you.
Exactly. And once the line opens, people are like, all right, well, we're going to funnel into our spots. We know what we are. We're not trying to cheat people.
Yep.
We're all here to try to get a poster.
Yeah. Everybody's there for the same concept.
So awesome. We get that. By the time it opened at a little before 2, the line was very long. And it's questionable if the people at the end of the line will even get one.
I don't think they will.
Probably not, right? And the hope, though, is that, all right, maybe somebody in front of me actually doesn't want the poster. They just want the shirt or something along those lines.
Or if it's like sometimes when you and I are in line together for things, like we only buy one. We don't buy 2.
And this was limited to 1 per person.
Yes,
also.
yeah.
In the past, it's been to 2. Luckily, this was down to just 1 per person.
Yeah.
So, in any case.
Well, I think it's always 1 per person for posters, but like for the 40th, we bought 2 because we were trading somebody.
Well, the 40th was limited to 2 per person.
Oh, I thought it was just one.
So we
Okay.
could have technically got 4 if we wanted to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
But we got the 2 to 1, hopefully trade for 1.
Yeah.
Which we did, which was awesome.
Yeah. Anyways.
But before it opened at 2, a worker comes out eating an apple as a snack. And she's like, okay, we need to consolidate this line down. So people pick up their chairs. People start to condense down. Okay, we're going to have 8 cashiers. I want you to go stand over here. You. 8. Okay, you're next in line. You go stand over here. And she starts making 8 individual lines at that point.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, what the
Everybody was
fuck
like, what the fuck is
is
going on?
Why are we doing this? This is fucking stupid. And then then the doors for the merch open, and now at this point it's a mass mob essentially. Like
there's no lines.
There's lines, but there's not lines also.
Yeah. Well, you got to realize, okay, so if you do that, in theory, it would work if everybody got done at the same time. You'd be in the same number. But this is the part that I really want to talk about is Metallica fans this is a thing that they do.
Right.
And it's like
the poster's a hot commodity.
Just like you counting. We talked to so many people who were counting as well. They're like, nope, there's this many in line. When I was in line on Friday, we knew exactly how many people were in line. We knew exactly where we were, and we knew exactly that we were going to get a poster. So when you start fucking up that line and putting people in a different line, you're fucking up the order. And like, who knows if this person's going to get a poster plus some shirts and it's going to take longer. And now the person who should have been 9th is now 12th. Like that fucks up everything.
And the thing is, the line I ended up getting in, we didn't have our little keypad thingy that you have to like tap and pay and bullshit. Yeah. Your POS system was a fucking POS because
for us, for the person running it.
Right, because it was in French and they didn't know how to change it to English, which figure this shit out before you open, I guess. Yeah. And then they all stopped to help this one kid who was doing math, not the way they want him to do math. So that took another 5 minutes. The woman who did this whole reorganizing thing went to our line, counted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's 8 people. Pulled out 8 posters to stand. Like, I'm going to save you guys 8 posters so know that's what you're here for. I'm going to save these for you. But then 10 minutes later, well, not 10 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes.
Oh, it felt like an hour.
She's like, our POS isn't working. You need to, like, we're working on it. But if you have cash, we can take cash. And then you see like 4 people from behind us walk up. And again, I'm not somebody who is going to say, hey, fuck off. I'm not verbal like that. The woman in front of me was more like, no. It's cool. You have cash. You have to wait in line. You're not cutting in front of us because you have cash. You need to wait in line. So thank God for her for saying that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said shit, and I just would have been pissed. And it was such a fucking, like, we got a poster. I ended up leaving, and for like 2 hours was shaking with anger.
I want to tell what I saw because I was not in line. I didn't stand there. I stood on Friday. You stood on Sunday. We kind of split who did what. I started out sitting on one of the barriers, like on the left side. And then I noticed, because you had a green hat on all weekend. So I noticed your hat was not moving. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I walk over to the other side and I'm just like standing there and I'm like, nobody's helping you guys. And I didn't know about this whole POS thing. I didn't know about the cash thing. I didn't know about helping the kid do math or whatever. And I'm like standing there and all of a sudden I see you put your hands behind your head and lock your fingers like that you do when you're mad, like where you're like, ugh. And I'm like, holy fuck, what is going on? So I walk up and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, it's so loud. And the lady that I think you're talking about was like, nobody fucking knows like what's going on. And I'm just like, you guys, and I just start pacing. I'm like, you guys better get posters. Like you guys were in line. Like, and that's when I was like, this is a fucked up system. And that's where I was like, they fucked this up. They don't understand what Metallica fans do. I mean, it's not like, I don't even know what to compare it to. Like I'm sure there's other merch and other concerts and stuff that do this, but I'm like, this is something, it's like a ritual to some people. Like you go early, you wait in line, you get your poster.
Yeah.
Like,
and like when we were doing the first, like, here's the 8, then go behind these 8, we got this. Her comment was, there's plenty of posters. You're all going to get posters or something along that line. It's like, no, we're all not going
No,
to get posters.
you're not. There's not 200 posters in there.
Right, because there's only 650 or 600
Yeah.
overall. So
And they split them between the merch stands.
Right.
And they only put out so many for the
outside.
for the outside.
So, and then I just remember talking that same moment again, like, God damn, I'm going to get fucking shit-faced after this if I don't get a poster or something like that. Like, I was so fucking done. And she's like, I know, I need a drink too. And the guy who was around us too was like, ask and you shall receive, and pulls this bottle of booze out and just hands it to us. So we start pulling from that, and it was like, all right, thank you.
Yeah, that guy was in line on Friday in front of like a couple of people in front of me. So like we'd had some conversation too on Friday. So
I understand that it's not the most effective process standing in line and doing things. Even the guy from Tokyo, we were talking to him, and he's like, this is in Tokyo, we would hand out numbers, and you would,
and then just come back.
Here's your number. We'll open at 2.
Oh,
boom. Here's where you are in line.
it's like a meat counter.
Right, exactly. I was like, actually, that's not a bad idea. Like, just show up early, pick out your number. Like, this is where I'm at.
That's better because then you can go on with your day. You can have lunch.
Right.
You can do whatever.
Exactly. So it's like the process itself is not efficient. There are ways to improve it. So I understand what she was trying to do, and she was trying to improve the process. Yeah. However, she just ended up creating more by merging the line and making 8 separate lines. Caused more damage than good. We're already in line. How hard is it for somebody to help somebody buy the merch they want? Next.
Yeah.
Next,
or
please.
if she wanted to be the person or help out, like she would be so you have your 8 people go up to the cashier. The line stays here.
Right.
She can, if she wants to do something, she can stand here, look at the people. When one goes away, she goes, you go there, 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 you go there. Like, people know how to do a fucking merch line.
Right. And if the concern is like, we're blocking the sidewalk, we're only going to block the sidewalk for 10 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get through, the line will be gone. I swear to fucking God.
And once the posters are gone, the line will be gone.
Right. Nobody's here for anything other than
right.
that. And if they are, cool. There will be no line for them. This, like,
they'll just walk up and get merch. Yeah.
It was so goddamn frustrating. Like, it just added on top of, I don't know if these were Ford Field employees or what, but like we had issues the night before at Ford Field, or 2 nights before at Ford Field. And it was more like, this is just so disorganized and poorly ran. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. And I know we've rambled a lot, but to me, the main thing was when she started doing the 8 people, 8 people, 8 people, 8 people, because that just, it messes up the number. Like, oh my God, if they do that here in Chicago, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh, I'm here in Chicago. I'm taking those days off. I'm just gonna go.
Just go sit outside.
Sit outside. I'll get up first thing in the morning and sit outside.
I'll buy some, or we'll get some lunch stuff, and you can pack yourself a little lunch.
Maybe,
and,
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, and they have porta potties and stuff at Soldier when they have it outside. But
not eating,
anyways,
not drinking anything. Anyway.
Anyways,
it was not the best experience, but we were lucky enough to get posters. I feel bad for the people who were 45th in line and didn't get a poster because
they ended up being 60th.
Because the option after that was I spent from 10:30 to 2, so 4.5 hours in line. Was
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, whatever, math. Go directly from that line to the GA line.
Yeah, because the GA line was not long. I did look at that before I got there, and I even almost went back up there, and like I was going to text you, like, I'm just in GA line. Right. Because I was like, we need to fucking get this, and it's either going to be we stand for another 4 hours in this line, or you get a poster here.
Because if you don't get this here, you're getting it on eBay if you desperately need it.
And we did that with S&M too.
Paying scalper fucking prices.
Yeah.
We looked day one when the posters went on sale, and I found one that was going for sale for $500 already. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I hate fucking scalpers. In any case, that was it. We rambled more than 6 minutes and 66 seconds. So, whatever. Bye.
Bye.